Well, that was the very nostalgic and very proud Peacemakers, played by the Jaguar Land Rover Band under their MD, Dave Lee. There's only one more band to come, which is South Yorkshire Police Band. They're the next band on, conducted by Lee Baker. They've gone for a bird theme, strange enough. They're going to be starting with a piece by Torsten Agard Nielsen called Hanen, which is Norwegian for hen, you'd have you know, which is a folk tune, that one of the early Torsten Agard Nielsen tunes. Then it's followed by the cornet solo of Brown Bird Singing with the soloist Dawn Sellers. Then we have the great mass by Joseph Franz Wagner under the Double Eagle. And then, I'll have to say this properly, In Crappen's Woods by Johann Strauss. We could get into so much trouble, which is a polka, which is the one that's usually played on New Year's Day in the Vienna concerts. And they're finishing off with a reprise, we've heard a couple of times today, of Matthew Hall's Nightingale Dances. So you can see why it's the bird theme there. In the meantime, before they come on, we are joined by our guests, Alan Morrison and Neil Day from the UIMS band. Gentlemen, Alan as always, sartorially elegant. Look at you've got a fantastic dicky bow on there as well. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us back here as well.
Problem.
Alan, looking with the band and what you've been doing there, it's exciting times for EYMS at the present time. Tell us a little bit of what has been happening with the band again.
Well, we have lots of concerts that we do, usually between 20 and 30 concerts a year. We've had our first invitation ever this year to Brass in Concert, which we're very proud of. Only the second North East band after Reg Vardy to be invited to that. It's something that we've been sort of angling for the last 2 or 3 years, particularly with our programmes at Butlins to try and catch the eye. So we're really looking forward to taking our place at Brass in Concert, and just generally looking to the future of the band. The band is in a quite difficult situation geographically, and we have a core of players which are a particularly high standard, particularly the soloists. We have problems when one of them decides to leave, finding the right quality replacements because of really where the geographical situation is. So we just hope that they all stay with us as long as possible. But you know, for the future, it's
what sort of radius do you draw the players from?
The players in general, I would imagine there's around about 8 to 9 players come from Grimsby, stroke Lincoln Way.
We have a south side and
we have
north
a south side and a north side.
They're the southerners and these are the northerners.
Actually in Hull, I would say there's probably only 4 or 5, 6 players in the band that actually live live in Hull, Beverley,
in East Yorkshire,
Beverley Way, and so they travel a fair distance. Kevin, the soprano plays, is he Bridlington?
Yeah.
Baldrick.
Yeah,
the great Baldrick.
Yeah, he's from Bridlington, so yeah, they travel
a wide area,
quite a wide area. Yeah. But the one really good thing about the band is rehearsals. We get good attendance at rehearsals. Great bunch of musicians. Work hard.
Bunch of people really that get on well together and
well, I think
really support the band.
You can see that in the programme today. I know that you say you see the entertainment format as that, entertaining an audience there. So you're asking a lot of the players, not just as players, but as you're saying, they've got to add a different skill set. And if there's no place to be shy in your band, I don't think.
No, I mean, when I took over 5 years ago, I said to them, look, you know, we will try and do different things, not just sit in a concert formation and play music. I want to try and add some choreography and various different, visual aspects. And they take it on really well. They work hard at what to try and put in. Even concerts where we do these kind of things as well. They rehearse, and as Neil says, they turn up to rehearsals, which as a conductor you can't ask more.
No. Kenny, you're involved with Brass in Concert as well. It's important that bands embrace the whole entertainment ethos, really. It's not just about playing, it is putting on a real full entertainment performance for an audience.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier, weren't we, about the way that contest evolved, and you were involved, Alan, as well at a certain stage about 3 or 4 years ago.
Right,
I remember that.
yeah.
We had
The council,
I sat in a few meetings and tried to work out how we could move the thing forward.
Yeah.
And I think that measuring the programme was the key. Was what we decided. This is where we have to introduce this new element, and that to me has been the ones that have been successful in the last few years. I mean, a few bands they've struggled with the concept, to be honest with you. Even some really good bands that would naturally expect to do well in that contest, I think they've struggled to really get the thing together. But I'm sure, I mean, you've got a lot of experience with dealing with this band, certainly at the Butlins contest. And to be honest with you, that was one of the things that was uppermost in the minds of the Brass and Concert Board. When we were looking at the bands that were going to be getting invited, we looked at how the band had performed in the Butlins entertainment part,
Yeah.
But you must have your own thoughts on how to approach that.
Well, we've got about very carefully, I think, because on a playing point of view, we can't compete with the likes of Granthorpe and Corey's, and we know that. So we've got to look at other things. We've got to look at scoring points in different directions. We will go and play as best as we can, and I'm quite sure we will play well. But like I say, it's not a Corey and it's not a Granthorpe. We will put as much as we can into the visual side of it and the entertainment side as we can.
One of the things you're going to say is help with that is having as a player of the quality there with Neil there, who has fans all over the world, we say, and also you're in Bolsover. We can't say much more, but yeah, so he has fans everywhere. And just a little bit of trivia for you, because as you know, the theme that the Deborah's theme, there was once upon a time in the West. The actress who plays Deborah in that film, you can now see her where, and he's going to tell me. She is
Downton Abbey.
She is the Duchess of Grantham in Downton Abbey. Her name is Elizabeth McGowan. So there we are. Debbie does Downton Abbey, which is not something you use. We've got to be very careful with that. But
Can she play the chord?
Can she play the chord with there? So that's what we got there. So I think on that note of good taste, I think it may be go back to the hall where South Yorkshire Police Band under MD Lee Baker are ready to give their performance with their birth theme with Hannon by Torstein Agard Nielsen.